banks of the Ohio River. There's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
That's it, baby.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And a look at the next-gen stats reveals that sack occurred in all of 2.3 seconds. And you think you want to be an NFL quarterback? An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Haskins to throw it. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, the rookie Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
Check 55, Mike. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Still shedding tackles. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Logan Wilson gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. 2nd and 20. On the give, this is Harris. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And, Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-0. Second and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun, it's Haskins. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Open man is Uzama. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. 12, 12, 12. 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Check
11, 11, 11, 11.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check 93's the mic, 93's the mic. He don't know no better.
Now Burrow.
Hey, let's get him home.
Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Check it back, check it back.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Ready? Legs hot. Hot. Check 93. Hot.
To the air again, Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
57, Mike, 57.
Play action. Haskins. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And all the way up to the 46. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They hand this off to Harris, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Haskins to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Malik Jackson there to make the stop. Play action. It's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
11, mighty. 11,
2nd down and goal. Burrow. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
First down, Pittsburgh.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. This is Harris. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now it's Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Here's Freiermuth again. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point now by Boswell. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. Haskins now, they're going to try to throw for it. Dancing to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
11 empty. They gotta go. Check, 93's the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down, Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Check, 93's the mic.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now it's Haskins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
On 2nd and goal, Haskins. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 30.
Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes